Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of the Cartridge and Disc Podcast. Today, let's talk about middle-age corporate worship. And it's just an observation I've made, guys, and I'm sure you guys have too. But let's dig into this topic a little bit deeper. You know, I'm a fan of video games. I'm a fan of all companies. I want all companies to do well. Right, so we have more choices out there, and that's what I was thinking about while I was changing diapers. So right now, my daughter's taking a good nap, so I decided to just talk about this topic here because it's been on my mind here for a couple of days, and I haven't even had a chance to type it up. I wanted to type something up, but I just haven't had the time really. But let me tell you this. It amazes me how many middle-aged people out there still, to this day, worship these corporations, because I can't call it being a fanboy anymore. You know, now you're an adult, right? And you've done this for years. Now, you can be a fan of any company, but I'm talking about people out there who dedicate hours and hours of productive time to either promote or, you know, just straight up just talk about these companies and defend them against other companies, you know, whether it's on drama, on video, on Twitter. I mean, you can find this anywhere. Now I can understand this behavior, you know, coming from younger people, you know, anybody that's, you know, 25 or younger. You know, I mean, we've all been there, you know, as young people, right? But there comes a point where you start maturing, learning about life, you know, learning about these corporations. Now, let me tell you this, guys. If you don't know this, let me burst the bubble for you, maybe out there. These corporations do not give a flying flip about you. You're their customer. Right? They care to entertain you as long as you're buying their products. That's their mission. A company's not there to fulfill your dreams. A company's not there to give you nostalgia. A company's not there to, you know, fulfill your every emotional need when it comes to gaming. They're just there to make a buck. Right? And I'm always surprised how many of these people are so emotionally attached to consoles, to you know, the people behind them, to executives. I mean, it is just absolutely, positively 100% nuts. I mean, you have people becoming enemies over this stuff. You have people having meltdowns. I mean, it's entertaining, guys. I mean, it's entertaining to watch. And many of us who make these observations will just make them in private because we don't want to say them out loud, because even you know, making a video about this, anybody in any community can take this personal, or they can think about any particular person who they might think I'm talking about. And I'm just generalizing. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. This is just what I've seen, you know, over the past few years on the internet. I never noticed it before, because when the retro community began, it was really everybody just admired video games, right? And just like in anything else, when something first comes up, whether you think about the arcade one up, if you think about the Amico, or if you think about, you know, Sony, Xbox, whatever, it starts off with people being fans, and as something gets bigger, it attracts more people, and then you always get that one segment, right? Those two top and bottom segments of the distribution curve, right? Where you, at the bottom, you have like just these evil people like trolls, you know, that just hate everything and are looking for people to hate and hate on, or companies to hate and hate on. And at the other side of the curve, you have all these people that are super fans that can't take any criticism whatsoever about the company that they're cheering for, because as soon as you tell them anything negative, you know, you're a hater, right? So you have those two opposites ends of the spectrum that exist in every community. I don't care what community you're talking about. You have these two sections of people, these two extremes, and those are the extremes that spend productive time, right? The rest of us are out there working, or trying to make a living, trying to raise families, doing this and that and the other. And then you have these two extremes that will stop at no length, right? There's no time frame for them. If it takes 40 hours a week to make the point they're trying to make, they will spend doing it. You see people that are, it doesn't matter if it's for the Xbox or the PlayStation nowadays, for example. They'll spend 20 hours of production time, making what basically is promotional material for these corporations without ever owning a single stock, right? That's why I'm a big proponent. Hey, if you're going to spend time doing this crap, if you're going to spend time promoting these corporations that really don't give a shit about you, and I mean not a single shit about you, you might as well make something from it, right? You might as well make a profit, put something away for retirement. But you see these people that, they'll have 10, 20 grand invested in product. And then on top of that, they'll spend a good 20 plus hours a week dedicated to a hobby that really is just promoting a corporation who's making billions of dollars. And the only reason they do it is for the love of the games. But that love can go to extremes. One thing is being a fan of a product, and another very different is being like a sicko fan, where you can't even engage in normal conversations with people, where you can't take either criticism on one part, right, or on the other extreme. If you praise any company, right, if you say you like, it doesn't matter what the product is, right? I could say, I like Cloudy Mountain, or I like the Arcade 1-Up cabinet, or I like Starfield, or I like the PlayStation form factor, whatever. You can find somebody that will praise or shit on you on other side of the equation, because they're just that attached in an emotional level to these companies. And that always blows my mind. How much time do you have a week? How much of your life are you wasting on this shit? And for us, it's funny, right? We can sit in the background and just laugh at a lot of these people. Some of it is pretty funny, and some of it is straight up sad. But there's way too many of us, way too many middle-aged people engage in this behavior that is just not healthy at all. And let me tell you what, guys, every year the numbers just go up. They never come down. That has something to say about the mental state, right, of America more than anything else, that we have all this leisure time to dedicate in something that is nothing more than mental masturbation. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.